So, apparently this is a thing on my channel. I guess I just have to deal with it, right? Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Eddie, and I'm back with another episode of Game Review. So, okay, I'm probably just gonna be covering the Henry Stickmin collection only, not like all the other games. I'm not gonna be covering the Flash version of Breaking the Bank, obviously, or like any of the Flash versions. I'm just gonna be reviewing the Henry Stickmin collection. Because, I feel like the older versions, there's too much, nostalgia attached to them. I might tell you a story on how I've discovered them sometime eventually. As a matter of fact, if you look at my playthrough of the series, I think I do kind of tell you the story in there, so you could always just go watch those, but if you don't have the time, then maybe I'll make another separate video about that later. With that said, fair little warning beforehand. Please watch up until the very end of the video before liking or disliking or commenting or whatever. So you get a full view of what my opinions are. I don't mean to offend anyone through these through this review. Henry Stickmin is awesome, okay? And that should immediately be a red flag for some of those people who are like, "Oh, Henry Stickmin's collection was perfect." Personally, I had a few issues with it, but I'm just going to give you the overall summary. Henry Stickmin collection was amazing. I do have a few complaints with it, but overall, great series. So yeah, that's that. And with all those with that little intro and all that spiel out of the way, let's just jump right into it, folks. Henry Stickmin review. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, so let's talk about the remasters a little. How should I put this? The remasters felt a lot more polished. And you see, that's the thing. That's not necessarily a good thing. I'm glad that there was a remaster, but the old games had this raw, old, flash gamey charm to them. And I really love how, the games evolved over time, too. In Breaking the Bank, no one even has hands or feet. Later installments give people proper fingers and feet. And it's not until completing the complex that everyone has actual hands with the palms attached to them. I feel like the sense of evolution was kind of lost with the new game, which, I guess makes sense. It's a remaster. That's kind of the point. You update all the old games to the standards, but still, I really loved the way Breaking the Bank was just, it was just a Stickmin. Look at him. He's just a Stickmin. It looks so adorable. And then you start slowly getting more and more, appendages. The art style gets more and more polished. Let's be honest here. I'd be a fool to say that these graphics aren't much better. However, as I said, there's this old school charm to them that just kind of, disappeared a little, I guess. I'm not saying I don't like it, and I know a lot of people probably don't agree with me, because from what I've seen online, everyone's going, "Oh my god, I love the game so much. It exactly captured this is exactly how I remember it." And if you look at the old Stickmin games, you're like, "Oh my god, this looks so crude." I don't know. I always recognize the old art style. The thing I'm trying to say is, no matter how many times I look at these new games, it's just, they're not the games I played as a little child. And I know, you're probably gonna say, "Oh, you're being blinded by nostalgia." And you're right. I am blinded by nostalgia. But, well, first off, isn't that kind of the point of a review? You just, express your opinions. Second off, technically, people that say that are equally blinded by nostalgia, so considering you're all saying, "Oh, I didn't remember the game looked this crude," I always appreciated the crude graphics. Or, crude, not so crude, kind of polished, very polished, exceedingly polished, and the final game, of course, being very polished. I always appreciated that evolution over time. Once again, this is not a diss on the remastered version. Listen, the remastered version, the Henry Stickmin collection, is an amazing game, and I can tell how much dedication went into that. Seriously, watch to the end of the video before leaving an angry comment below or something like that, okay? Or leaving a dislike, or whatever people do to leave dissatisfaction on videos. I'm just giving my whole 2 cents on this whole thing. Most people don't agree with me. I understand that. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't think the solution is all that complicated. Just include a classic mode, with loading screens, the what do you call it? The loading screens, the old sound effects, the old music, all that in the old game. have a remastered version for, say, let's say that if you get every single achievement in the game, then yes, you could unlock the remastered version. It'll just be a simulation of the old Flash game. I know it might be complicated because there are some copyrighted songs and stuff, but, like, you know, do it as best as you can, you know? That's what I'm saying. It also adds some more incentive to actually get all the achievements, because I finished the Henry Stickmin collection. I got all the medals recently. Now I have no idea what to do. Okay, this is what really pisses me off about the Henry Stickmin collection. Why did you decide to replace so many good songs? I mean, oh my god. Oh my god. Like, okay, there are a few songs I didn't mind. For example, the song at the end of the Badass ending, originally it was a song called Castle Crasher's Loop or something like that. I do have fond memories of it just because it's been colored by nostalgia at this point, but if I listen to the song itself, I'm not really, like, a huge fan of it. The new song, Gangsta for Life, like, that song is pretty freaking good, okay? Gangsta for Life, okay, that's a good song, I gotta admit. Like, that is one song I will admit. The one replacement I will admit was perfectly justified. And I suppose the same goes for a lot of the songs, like the Phoenix Wright song. Like, when I was little, I loved the Phoenix Wright sequence. Like, Phoenix Wright and, like, the, what's that song called? Chase? No, Pursuit. Pursuit, like, 2004 version, like, played or something like that. I love that song. And I was like, oh my god, that song is so nice. Phoenix Wright is so cool. Maybe I should be a lawyer someday. Yeah, that's a fat dream I'm not gonna follow. And yes, they had to replace it because of copyright reasons. Is there a hair on my nose? Anyways, okay, I gotta admit, Gangster for Life was very good, and as much as I hate it, there are some songs that they had to replace for the sake of legality. But then there's so many good songs you replace for no actual good reason. Okay, first off, Infiltrating. Infiltrating is the lame ending. Okay, Phoenix Wright, Pursuit, Cornered. I'm really sad it got replaced, but they had to do it. What about Infiltrating? There was legitimately no reason to replace Infiltrating. Infiltrating is my favorite song in Henry Stickmin, okay? Yes, even after all the new songs, all the new games, Infiltrating is still my favorite song. Why did you replace it? It is my favorite Henry Stickmin song. Like, when I was running home from, like, back in Korea, and by this I don't mean I was living there, I mean I was going there over there for the summer. So, I suppose that takes some meaning out of it. But, okay, I was, like, in 2nd or 3rd grade, or 4th grade, or no, 4th grade, because I found out about it in... Never mind, I was, like, in 4th or 5th grade, or, like, somewhere in between then. I remember running home with the song Infiltrating playing in my head. I had to attend this academy, and, you know, it was all done, I was walking home, and I remember I was running home with the song Infiltrating blaring in my head. Oh my god. Like, even as a little kid, the song was just so nostalgic. I don't know why. I think the tune is just a very nostalgic one. Why you would ever replace this with an inferior song is beyond me. And, like, this song, oh my god. This song is, like, the reason, one of the two reasons the lame ending of escaping the prison is my favorite ending. One of two reasons, actually. The other is that, well, back when I was little, I was pretty concerned. I was really concerned about how there's this really, like, rigid structure to the game. Like, if you take the lame route, then it canonically, in stealing the diamond, Henry takes the epic route. Whereas, if you take the sneaky route in escaping the prison, Henry canonically takes the epic route. And I might get into that one later, actually. Yeah, but seriously, Infiltrating, the fact that you replaced it, I cannot forgive the fact that you replaced Infiltrating. Ditto for Convict Allies. Like, another amazing song at the end that was snubbed for, like, another song for, like, why? Why did you get rid of Convict, the song's called Forgotten Aura. Why did you replace Forgotten Aura? I freaking love that song. Why? Like, it makes no sense. Like, there's this sense of triumphantness. Like, you know, like, oh, you're blasting out of the wall with your ally Ellie and who knows, your potential girlfriend. Like, I know there's this huge war going on in the Henry Stickmin fandom. Yes, apparently there's a fandom now about Ellie, like, oh, you don't ship Henry and Ellie, but let's be honest here. When we saw Ellie back in the wall, we all thought one thing. We thought, oh, Henry Stickmin's gonna have a girlfriend now, okay? Like, don't lie. That's what everyone thought. Everyone thought she's gonna be Henry's girlfriend. I don't know one person who didn't think that. Actually, this is me making a little side announcement afterwards, but apparently I did find out why they replaced Convict Allies. Apparently the new song is supposed to be a remix of Ellie's theme, and it's got, like, Ellie as a leitmotif in it. So fine, yes, I do get that, I do get why you would place in another song, but still, Forgotten Aura is such a good song. Like, I still wish they hadn't replaced it. There's also the song Darkest Shadow from Escaping the Prison. I love this song as well. Honestly, there's a whole list of songs I like. There's a song called NG Orchestration 09 from Fleeing the Complex. There's a song Alien from the Aggressive Route. I never realized how good that song actually was. Like, when I was little, I wasn't a huge fan of the song. But now that I listen to it again, I'm like, okay, this Alien is actually a pretty good tune. Yeah, NG Orchestration 09, amazing song. Like, this is a pretty recent song. I'm surprised they got rid of it, honestly. At least there were a bunch of songs that were kept in the game, though. For example, Preparation for War from Stealing the Diamond, Above the Clouds from Stealing the Diamond, Forgotten World from Infiltrating the Airship, and Falling from Fleeing the Complex, all four of which are amazing songs. I love them, that were kept in the game. And yes, I'm super glad that these songs were not replaced. I'm very happy. These Mistakes Are Mine Alone is another song that was apparently removed from the game entirely. Like, well, I guess the entire ending of Breaking the Bank was just kind of removed outright, but still, like, this song is a super nice one. Like, this was a song that kicked off Henry's journey. Like, everyone's, like, escaping the prison, but, like, I feel like Breaking the Bank was kind of, like, downgraded a little too much. Like, I know the original Breaking the Bank it wasn't even a game. It's what you call an interactive movie, so yes, it's not even a game, but still, this was the start to all of it. Like, I'm super pissed that, like, they didn't put that in. These mistakes, so I found this a YouTube comment somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but this song kicked off Henry's journey. These mistakes are Henry, as the song title says, and it was the start of a journey. And, you know, as I said, the super high quality graphics of Breaking the Bank really don't help that much in the whole, this is the start of a new thing. It's a sad song, yet it's also a beginning. A single mistake where the story would truly begin. You know, escaping the prison, stealing a diamond, are you a badass who rips through the enemy, a stealthy boy who sneaks around, or a guy in between who tries to both fight and hide, yet inevitably ends up calling upon the forces of chaos. And in the later games, Infiltrating the Airship and Fleeing the Complex, it gives meaning to who Henry is. Who do you fight for? Who are your friends? Who are your allies? What will you do here on in? It culminates in the ultimate climax, where Henry must finish the mission. I haven't memorized all the songs from completing the mission, but I guess I can't complain about them because they never had a comparison to start with. Like, there's nothing for me to, like, compare them to, so all the songs are just brand new for me. Nothing I can compare them to. Okay, I do have the song from Valiant Hero memorized, and I suppose I have Brover Operations and Triple Threat. Okay, actually I do have quite a few songs. The script was written. Here's my excuse. The script was written a few days ago. Okay, I didn't. This is slightly outdated. Okay, but yes, I managed to memorize Valiant Hero first, because I was freaking traumatized by that ending, okay? Like, oh my god. And on that note, let us head to completing the mission. So, what did I think of it, completing the mission? Completing the mission was freaking awesome, okay? Now, when I initially played completing the mission, I was slightly disappointed. The first path I played was Capital Gains, and as you all know, this is one of the shorter routes, meaning that, honestly, a lot of it felt super cartoony and just not very, how do I put it? how do I put it? It felt a little less... Yeah, it felt super cartoony, and I know I'm repeating what I just said, but you know how I said the game has super improved graphics, right? I feel like that was honestly part of the issue, because back in the old games, the crude graphics kind of helped offset all that. Like, for example, you know how in, like, an anime, for example, like, you got the tsundere, you got the yandere, you got the Yankee girl, and all these are super annoying or even dangerous in real life. But they're given a pass in animes just because, you know, they're, haha, it's funny and cute and all that stuff. That's why they're given a pass. In real life, they would be super annoying, but it's okay because the art style is a lot simpler, and the people in there are just seen as a lot simpler. So a lot of things are given a pass. It's the same thing for Henry Stickmin completing the mission. The initial path, it was kind of short, and to me, it just felt a little too cartoony. Not saying that the older games weren't just as cartoony, but the older games were a lot less polished. It was a lot less refined. So subconsciously, I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. As for this one, I don't want to say I had higher standards, but I guess I expected a bit more seriousness. Hi, this is Eddie from the future, and I just wanted to add this into the video because I just realized something that, like, recently, as I was editing the video, I just realized something a bit about myself and, like, how I felt about the specific routes and, like, and all that. I think part of the reason I found the Capital Game... I'm not saying the Capital Games route is a bad route. I think it's an amazing route. But the main issue is the Capital Games route, it's not really the best route for you to, like, just, like, start off in. Because the Capital Games route is the first route I took, and I was just like, wait, Top Hat Clan? Apparently there's a train. I have no idea what's going on. There wasn't a lot of exposition. It just sort of like dropped me in. And I know that Henry Stickmin games don't exactly have the most exposition, but still, like, there's always that little explanation somewhere. Oh, you're stealing a diamond. Oh, you're infiltrating an airship. For me, I saw completing the mission. I saw this giant rocket thingy, and all of a sudden there's something about a train. And I was really confused. Like, apparently the bad guys in these are the Top Hat Clan. Like, with all the other ones, like, infiltrating the airship, they literally tell you about the Top Hats. Fleeing the complex, the enemy's gonna be the wall. Y'all know that stuff. But with Capital Games, there wasn't that sort of exposition. I just knew, okay, the Top Hats are our enemy now. Apparently there's a rocket on the front screen. I have no idea what this train's got to do anything with it. So, I guess I could say I was a little confused. Because now that I play through the Capital Games route again, I think it's really nice. Also, I think I haven't talked about this, but you know the song A Feeling? I think I've only talked about the ending songs in Henry Stickmin, and I think that's quite a shame, because, like, this is Eddie speaking from the future again. There's another song in in Stealing the Diamond, sorry, not Fleeing the Complex, in Stealing the Diamond called Fireproof. Basically, it's the song that plays when you're escaping the police on your scooter, and there's like the police officers chasing after you, shooting at you. That's when the song Fireproof plays, and in the aggressive route. So that's a really nice song. But in Fleeing the Complex, and once again, this is the first route I played, in Capital Games, there's this song called A Feeling of Tread, and that's a song that plays when Henry and Ellie are riding on their tank and crushing the Top Hats. That song is really nice. I wasn't able to comment on it before, but hey, interlude now. Feeling of Tread, really nice song. It really does give you a feeling of tread as you ride up in your tank and crush the Top Hats or whatever you do in that song. Oh yeah, one more thing. I just want to say this. Ellie's theme is lit, okay? Have any of you tried listening to Ellie's theme before? I bet you haven't. Do check it out. Ellie's theme is freaking awesome. I've got to admit, though, Henry Stickmin, the last game was very serious. For example, what's that one called? Valiant Hero. Okay, that one gave me freaking trauma. Valiant Hero was arguably one of the most mature routes in the game. Valiant Hero. Charlie, I still hear him. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was the greatest plan. Those were his last words. No, Brovert Operations. No. Pardon Pals, or even better yet, Triple Threat. Triple Threat, yes, that's the canon for me. Triple Threat. Seriously though, Valiant Hero is... I think that was kind of the turning point for me, because, like, Valiant, I mean, not saying I didn't realize it, but just the ungodly amount of paths in the game made me realize they put a lot of work into this. But Valiant Hero was like the first moment where I go, okay, this is a work of art. You hear me? This is super depressing, but it's also a work of art. Yeah. I guess that's when it hit me. I was like, okay, they put so much dedication into this game. And as I said, it's a work of art. Like, they put dedication and lots of love into this game. Like, that ending was super sad. I'm still traumatized by it. Charlie. Get out of my head! I'm also super pissed that there were no Doki Doki references. Which makes no sense. You inserted freaking Fortnite references. First off, why? I mean, I guess I can't complain. Fortnite was pretty big, but just why, first off? Second off, I also wanted an Azure Lane reference, which I guess, I suppose that's just me wishing for way too much. Yeah, that was a little too much, but like, you couldn't insert one Doki Doki reference? Come on. Come on. And with all that said, I love the Henry Stickmin collection. You know, it's because it helps keep Henry Stickmin alive. The Flash versions are going away pretty soon, and I'm just glad they're being preserved in any format available. Could it have been better? Yes. Should they include a classic mode? Also yes. But this ignores the fact that, like, they did so much to keep Henry Stickmin alive. You just know that, like, up until, like, a month ago, the distraction dance was a huge meme. Like, and, you know, like, it keeps everyone, Henry, Ellie, Charlie, everyone's back. And it gives closure for the game. Although, to be fair, I do want more games. Like, let's be honest here, everyone. A Charlie prequel or, like, the Ellie prequel, that would be freaking amazing. I really hope they do that. And with that, that's all I have to say. Henry Stickmin, it has been a wonderful journey. I'm even actually writing a story right now, and the main character is named Henry, and his best friend is named Charlie. Like, you know, like a little homage to Henry Stickmin. And I suppose that, technically speaking, I have included other homages as well. For example, there's some with, like, in Doki Doki. There's this person in the story I'm writing named Monica, although Henry and Charlie are much more prominent. Monica is just, like, a small side character that appears for, like, a couple scenes. You know, having the main character be named Henry is a much more powerful homage. And, you know, I hope that through this story, like, if I ever, like, get it out there somewhere, I hope that, you know, everyone can know about Henry Stickmin, because I paid homage to it. Kind of like how George Lucas paid homage to a lot of old movies in his... Oh, to be fair, though, I guess it is kind of different now, isn't it? Also, come on, guys. It's 2020. This is the worst year I've ever lived through in my life. But dang, as awful as it may be, it was a boon for pop culture. We got a lot of good stuff this year. And of course, best of all, I got Henry Stickmin back. So, I guess that's that. Honestly, it's been a really wild ride. Dang, Henry Stickmin, you've been here with me for like 9 years at this point. And there's nothing I would ever trade to have another childhood like this again. Like, thank you so much, Henry Stickmin, for being part of my childhood. And thank you, Puffballs United, for making this game that was... I don't... Like, words can't put into... It's hard to put it into words, but you've been such an integral part of me growing up. Thank you so much, guys. So yeah, from moving on forward, I'm going to take all their lessons and put it to work, honestly, with Ellie's, you know, Ellie's ferocity, I guess, Charlie's loyalty. Heck, even Reginald, like, even his caring, honestly. His, you know, his games, all that stuff. Of course, I'm gonna move forward in life with Henry Stickmin's perseverance and determination. The ability that no matter how many times you fail, the ability to get back up and, you know, face another future. Thank you so much, Puffballs United. The sky's up, and this truly was the greatest plan.
Many that live deserve death. Some that die deserve life.